Well, boys, it's another day back out here at Elevated AF. It is first thing in the morning, and we have got some massive problems. Now, before we address said problems, let me tell you why there is a 2018 6.4 Hemi sitting in my lot, because if y'all know anything about Elevated AF, we are not a big fan of gas trucks over here. Anyways, we had a guy trade this in for the 3rd gen dually. I guess he wanted something a little better for towing. I don't know if the 3rd gen's the way to go, but it's what he wants to trade for, so we're doing the deal for him. Now, on to the main problem for today. You might notice that there's no other really new trucks to build this week, and that is because last night, on the way back to the shop, the Freightliner blew its engine, which is not ideal. That means our main hotshot truck is down. Now, unfortunately, we don't really have anything around here at the moment that would make for an ideal hotshot vehicle. And you might be saying, well, Austin, you got 2 big F450s that are just shop trucks sitting around here. The other one's behind the shop. And while yes, these would work, they're not really that set up for hotshot. They don't have the bigger fuel tanks. They're on aftermarket lift kits that aren't the best for towing. They're just not set up whatsoever. So the only truck that is going to work half decent is this Ram 3500 dually that we have. It's not set up very well either, but it will work for the time being. I have to go pick up another truck that I sourced ASAP later today and get that set up for a new hotshot rig. Because frankly, I am not dealing around with this stinking Freightliner. We're just going to get rid of it. All right, I used the forklift, got the Freightliner moved to the back of the shop. Also, no, I do not intend on using the 2nd gen semi as a hotshot rig. That is just not going to work. And it looks like this is the setup we're going to be using until we can source a new hotshot truck. As you can see, even with just the trailer on this thing, it's already squatting, so that's not a good sign. However, we did sell a truck, so this GMC is getting loaded up. I will say, never sad to see a GMC go. Not a big fan of the trucks, but man, do they bring some good money. So it's been a couple hours here, guys are tearing into the 6.4 Hemi already, but I just got the word that we can go pick up our new hotshot truck. Well, new to us at least, so we're gonna go do that. Where is my other dually, actually? I knew it was around here somewhere. Found it. It was at my house for some reason. And you know it's a problem when you got too many trucks, you're just losing them. It's been a couple hours here. I'm just making it back to the shop with our new to us truck, and I was sick of messing around, so I actually spent some money this time. Okay, so this is all I could source in the time given. This is a 2023 XLT F450. I wanted to go with something big that had a high towing capacity, that was reliable, that we've worked on many times. We know the ins and outs of it. Now this one is a bit weirder than a normal XLT. It was custom order, so it was painted this super cool red. It's got painted bumpers. The interior is a tad bit different, and it is already deleted, which is very nice. Now my hotshot driver is not going to be back for a couple of days, so we're going to get this in the shop, give it the Elevated AF touch, of course. We can't have anything looking too stock around here, even if it is an XLT, but this thing should work nicely. And up you go. Well, it is the next day here, and we have got some more problems. Specifically, some 1999 7.3 Power Stroke problems. So my buddy Cody came down here from Montana to buy one of my Diamond C trailers. Now, the reason why we're getting rid of this trailer is because we're going to all hydraulic dovetails, and this one's got ramps. So I had this one up for sale, and my buddy Cody decided he wanted it. I've been friends with Cody for a very, very long time, and when he pulled up, I noticed his engine was starting to knock. Now, that's usually not a very good sign. It could be an injector or a multitude of other things. Now, since Cody has a very long drive back to Montana, I was like, well, why don't you leave this truck with me? I'll get it all fixed up, and when you have a chance, you can come back here and get it. In the meantime, take one of my dualies, do whatever you need to do. Don't worry about it. Now, Cody's in the shop, so he can't hear me right now, but I want to build him the ultimate ranch truck. Now, he also picked up this Honda 4Trax while he was down here, and we're going to do a little work on that for him too. Now, if there's one truck I absolutely love, it is the 7.3 Power Stroke, specifically the OBSs, but I don't mind the newer models too. Now, keep in mind, this truck has 500,000 miles, actually well over that. I think it's about 5.5 million miles, so this thing has served him very well, and he refuses to get rid of it. However, he may change his mind once he drives that 450 there. Anyways, he needs a truck that can do pretty much everything, and I'm going to give him that. So it's been a couple hours here. I've been doing some calling around, and I happened to find a built 7.3 motor and transmission all together already. It's at my buddy's just down the road, so we're going to put the guy's shop truck here to good use for once that they forced me to buy. And we're going to go pick up a new motor and transmission for my buddy Cody's truck. I think this is worth mentioning. I only have a week to do this, so I've been trying to order parts as fast as I can here. I think we should be able to get everything he needs. Now, one thing that I know Cody has been talking about doing forever is a flatbed, so I have one of those on order as well. We're going to completely rebuild this truck. It won't even look like the same truck. We're going to freshen up all the suspension, have a brand new fully built motor and transmission. This truck's going to be better than the day it rolled off the assembly line. Oh man, would you look at what we got sitting on the back of the truck here. This looks sweet. I don't even know what's all done to it, but pretty much anything is going to be better than that 500,000-mile motor that he's got in there now. Man, to me personally, it's always way more fun to build a truck for a buddy. I just know he's going to love this thing when we're done with it. Well, it's been a couple of days here. The guys have been absolutely ripping on Cody's truck, trying to get it finished in time. But meanwhile, we did manage to get the hotshot truck finished, and it turned out absolutely sick. Even with it being an XLT, we did have to do a couple little things. Most of it was just suspension-wise, getting a bigger fuel tank in there, making sure the rear suspension was all beefed up, all that good stuff. Brand new hitch, tinted all around. We did have a cowl hood laying around, so we decided to paint that and put that on there. I think it turned out really good. KG1 wheels. Don't ask me why mud graps are on there. I have no idea, and whoever did that's getting fired. But this thing gets to go on its maiden voyage today because we have sold both the OBSs, so they're going to get loaded up here and hauled out. The only question is, are we going to be able to fit both of them on here? And is the new dually going to be able to do the job? I hope so. Well, it was quite the fit, but both trucks are on there, ready to go. The dually, even with both of them on there, still looks dang near level. Maybe a little squatted, but not bad at all. So I'm dang happy with how this turned out. At any rate, though, we're looking a little empty here. I'm going to have to order in some new trucks. But now that we have a reliable hotshot rig, it shouldn't be a problem getting them here. I might have just jinxed myself, though. So it's been a couple more days here. The guys have been on a crazy crunch to get Cody's truck finished, but I think it's safe to say they knocked it out of the park. This is not Cody's truck. We'll talk about that one in a minute. This was that 6.4 Hemi. We ended up taking it on trade. We weren't originally going to build it that crazy. We're just going to toss a set of wheels and tires on it, call it a day. But we had a customer come in, ask if we had any gas trucks, and I was like, well, yeah, we got that 6.4 Hemi sitting in the shop. And he's like, perfect. I want you to do this, this, and this to it. And these are the options he requested. Big lift kit, off-road suspension, about an 8-inch lift kit roughly. 37-inch tires, speedlock wheels, big bumper, headed crack, slip tank, all the good stuff. So this truck is completely built now, and he should be here to pick it up shortly. But speaking of picking up vehicles, Cody's going to be here in about 10 minutes. So I got to make sure his truck's good to go. But it turned out so dang cool. I'm so happy with how the guys did this. Now, as I mentioned before, Cody is a rancher. So we didn't want to do anything too pavement princessy, I guess is the only word I can use. To his truck, we still wanted to keep it a very functional truck. So as you've seen, I picked up a fully built 7.3 power stroke and transmission. Those are now in the truck. We put brand new suspension, axles, the whole 9 yards under the truck. Brand new 37-inch tires, TIS wheels. These are 20-inch TIS wheels, so they're extra small, but they still look cool. Big old ranch hand bumper, big winch because you never know when you're going to need that. Aftermarket headlights, different mirrors because the old mirrors that came on these trucks absolutely sucked for visibility, so these are the newer style Super Duty mirrors, and I think you'll be very happy with these. Bradford built flatbed and a slip tank toolbox combo on there for all the extra storage and extra fuel. CB radio, because why not? We actually found some in near perfect condition tan leather seats from the exact same year truck, so we put those in there along with the back seat. So he's got a close to brand new interior. Bags in the back for towing, bulletproof hitch, ramps added into the flatbed. For one more thing that we customized for him is Honda 4Tracks. We added on a winch, aftermarket lighting, kept the stock wheels, but added on some bigger, more aggressive tires. Also put all brand new suspension through the quad, so it rides a lot better, and powder coated some stuff because why not? Probably a little overkill on that, but it looks cool nevertheless. Anyways, I gotta load this thing up here before Cody gets here so he can see the whole finished product. I also forgot to mention, we added a ton of work lights on this thing, so even if it's dark, you'll be able to work on this thing no problem. Or around it, I guess, too. Look at this quad. Perfect fit. Oh, but not if I hit the toolbox. There we go. Yeah, he's gonna be real happy with this. Well, it's been a little bit here. Cody made it back. He's chilling around the shop. I didn't film his reaction to the truck because he's not a big fan of being on camera, but when he drove in here, he was like, hey, where's my truck? Like, did you manage to get it fixed? And I'm like, man, that's your truck. He's like, nah. I'm like, yep. So he was really happy, really surprised. He loves all the additions to it. Couldn't believe this was the same truck, but at least now he has a reliable ride that's going to be able to get him anywhere and do just about anything. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe and goodbye.